Hey guys, good evening over there in the UK. Hey Mason, trying to make sure this phone doesn't fall down. Hey everybody, hey Maria, what's up? I've been wanting to say hi to you for a long time. We always appreciate your kind comments. Hey Billy in North Carolina. What's up Jersey Cracker? Good to see you back. Hey Mighty T, thanks. Hey Greg, thanks. Hey Ralph. Hey David in Elizabeth, Tennessee. Jim, Bandera, Texas. Hey. Hey, Tanya in New Jersey. Hey, JB. Hey, in Michigan. Hey, Elaine in Lexington, Kentucky. Scotty in Australia. Good day, mate. Hey, everybody. Mike. Hello, Hacienda Boy in Scotland. And Shelby in California. Good to see everybody. Hey, Sue Warrens. How you doing over there in the UK? Hey, Jeremy in Illinois. Well, guys, here's what's going on. Just thought I'd do some live streaming if I could here. Hey, the Mighty T, thanks. I don't know what that conversion is, but we sure do appreciate that. Guys, this has nothing to do with Bigfoot Sasquatch here, this first part, but my heart's kind of broken. I just saw that the March Madness has been canceled and our returning national champions, UVA Cavaliers, don't get to defend their title this year. First time in history. And canceling everything. You know, yesterday, can everybody hear me okay? Oh, thanks, Mighty T. Thanks, David. I'm glad you enjoy watching our videos. Yeah, I would rather be safe, Alexandria. That is true. I mean, I'm not complaining. I'm just, it's, everybody's saying you can hear me okay. Thanks for that. Yeah, safety first, by all means. I mean, I completely agree with what's going on. Thanks, Peggy Wilcox. Hey, Gray Slate. So anyway, you know, yesterday evening, I didn't tell you guys this, but my beautiful bride, Dearly, aka Giggly Girl, as you know her from the channel here, and three of her best good friends actually went to Washington, D.C. and spent the night because they had, about 5 months ago, they bought, well, thanks again, the Mighty T. They bought tickets to a Celine Dion concert. The three ladies that Dearly went with were also Filipinas. Actually, one is a Filipina. Well, yeah, she was 12 when she moved to the U.S. and she's 40 now. So she's a U.S. citizen. So she spent most of her life here in the U.S. But it was like the dream of all of them to see Celine Dion in concert. You know, the Canadian pop sensation, famous around the world. And they got up there, stayed in a hotel, got checked in, and then the concert was canceled. So everything's been being canceled. So they still had fun. She's home now. Her and her friends got back a little while ago. And I guess they're going to have the concert again in November. So, hey, Steven in the UK. But anyway, they canceled March Madness, canceling everything. Yes, we've got to be safe first. But here's what I'm going to do. It was just such a beautiful evening this evening. You can see the sun going down behind me there up here on top of the homestead. Give me a second. I forgot my book. I'll be right back. I was going to go up to our campground, which is up here in this dip. No, I'm not scared, Joyce. I'm not scared of nothing. I don't even have that healthy fear most people have that keeps them alive. But I'm going to go up here to the campground and read. I'm starting to, you guys probably saw the movie Fight Club. I don't know if I'm pronouncing his name right, Chuck Palahniuk. I got a good friend that really likes this guy, recommended this author, and so I wanted to read something new from somebody I haven't read. I do that all the time. I just finished a book that I didn't really like, but I finished it anyway. So I was going to go up here to the campground and sit here and read and just kind of keep my ears open and my eyes open for Bigfoot Sasquatch. See if we see any movement or hear anything going on tonight. And I thought I'd just let you guys enjoy it with me and let you do it too. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to leave the phone here. I'm afraid that if I took it up to the campground, I might lose the connection. So I'm going to leave it here. But what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to walk up the trail up this way. So you'll see my blaze orange cap here at some point. I'm going to grab one of my chairs from the campground and actually go up to the high point way up here. So you'll see me sitting. So I'm just going to go up here and sit there and read a book. I won't actually be able to communicate with you here through this live stream. Hey, what's up, Jory Cox? Been with us a long time. Good to see you. Out in Michigan, I do believe. So anyway, I'm going to be way up there. Yes, Gray Slate, it is a beautiful evening. So we have some foxes you can hear around this time. There's some pileated woodpeckers. That's a pileated woodpecker. There's like several families of them here. And our frogs are coming out late this year, but the pond is very active. We were down there feeding the fish earlier. So you'll get to hear some beautiful evening sounds going into night. But remember to get my 6, watch the tree lines, and I'm going to be sitting up here just reading for a little while. We'll see how long we can go. We'll see if we can go to about dark. Watch for movement. You won't be able to warn me because I'm going to be way up there. I won't be able to read your comments. But Charlie, Toluca, Mac, McLean, C-Mac used to have 3 of those woodpeckers. Yes, they're the largest woodpeckers in North America. Beautiful birds. Hey, Vernon in Kentucky. They are too loud, Charlie. Yes, they can be very loud. Hey, it's an interesting name. Yeah, I'll be careful. Hey, Sue, thanks for getting my 6. What's that? Hey, Wayne Hopkins. Okay, well, here goes nothing. Get my 6. If you got time to kill, if your sporting event of interest has been canceled because of the virus and you need something to watch this beautiful sunset over the Blue Ridge Mountains of Virginia. Oh, somebody just asked, why is my wood so far from the house? We get that a lot. Here's why. The wood sits out here and dries, and we have a lot of it. We keep it pretty much stockpiled because we do prefer to use it almost exclusively in the winter because we have baseboard heat, which is very expensive. With firewood comes mice, rats, bugs, harmless oak beetles, but also termites. If you put that stuff closer to your house, then that stuff gets inside your house. So we keep the wood way over there at a very considerable distance from the house until it's time to burn it. Then we bring it in and burn it. So yeah, it's basically to keep the pests out of the house and to keep the termites from eating the house. Hey, Vernon, awesome. And I'm in Richmond. Oh, okay, just down the road, about an hour and 20 minutes from us, hour and a half. Yeah. We're in Virginia, Dagmara. Not going to get to defend our NCAA basketball title this year because of the virus, but hey, hopefully everyone's safer. So, all right, I'm going to go up here and start reading before it gets too dark. If you do see anything, give timestamps. Hey, Maria, thanks. Oh, the Isle of Man. Hey, Margaret, on the Isle of Man. Anybody see anything? Hey, Claire. Hey, Dan. I don't know. Because you made the choice to watch, you can always click away. So nobody saw anything, huh? Well, we don't always see anything, but it's worth watching just for the beautiful Virginia sunset this time of year. No, Stacy, I was up there reading a book. Dogmara saw something. What'd you see? Joan McKinney heard a wood knock. You know, I could try a wood knock. Hey, Ron in Louisiana. Lee thought that they heard screaming. There were some cows way off in the distance bellowing very lightly, and they were doing it pretty consistently. But then I heard something that didn't sound like a cow, and then the cows that were bellowing got very loud, almost as if they were scared. That's what I noticed, and then the cows stopped altogether. Hey, Patty Price. Hi, sunny day. Now, there's a walnut tree right here beside me. I could do a tree knock and see if we get any response. Hey, Andrew. Thanks, Barbara. Kenneth is saying there's a lot of stuff moving around back there and some tree knocks. Hey there, Dan in England. Dogmara says a human figure standing right in the center of the screen. Step to the side. I'm gonna get a stick. We'll do some knocks. This thing's so dried out, it's probably gonna break. Let's try it. The end shattered off. That was kind of loud though. Yeah, what's up, Robert? That haunted hollow, you know, it's funny. I have not been up there in 2 weeks. Yeah, I don't know. That's interesting name there, Spanking. I don't know. I had knocked and heard that. We've heard that out here before, and yes, it does sound creepy. But that haunted hollow, the last time I went up there and kind of fell in that underneath that rock ledge, looked like a cave. I've been sick ever since. That's been like 2 weeks. And I've never, and it's not corona. I mean, it's like a cold. It's like kind of fluish type stuff, but I've never had it linger this long. So, yeah, there are some donkeys down the road there. That might have been one of those donkeys. Hi, Alan Rogers. So I want to go back up there. Actually, I want to go back up there for a very specific reason. And I'm not one of those guys that that come on here and say, "I've got information I'm going to tell you at a future date." Um, but I was given a book, a very old book that has mathematical formulas in it that is supposed to answer some questions about the location of, or as far as the known locations of him, her, it, or they. I've been studying this ancient text to no avail, and the person that gave it to me speaks in riddles. So, but I want to, when I finally figure out this mathematical formula, this mathematical equation that is in this ancient text, which, as this gentleman who gave it to me described as being up to 1,000 years old, when it makes sense to me, I'm going to go back to that haunted hollow and discuss this mathematical formula and equation that will, I don't want to say too much here because I'm still working on the formula. It's math. I've got my CPA involved with this. I needed a math guy. I'm not the smartest guy in the world. I've never claimed to be, but my CPA, I hire the people that are though. I'm not so dumb that I don't know to hire I don't have advanced degrees from Ivy League schools, so I hire people that do. My CPA has a law degree from Harvard. You wouldn't know it by talking to him though. He's not one of these intellectual elitist wannabes that go on and on about how smart they are. I only know that because I Googled him after I met with him the first time years ago because I was so impressed with him. And then the next time I saw him, I was like, I had no clue. You know, you had all these credentials. He says, yeah, I don't like to talk about it. People don't like that stuff. And that stuff doesn't matter anyway. What matters is, you know, the taxes, these blankety blank blank blanks always come after you. And I'm going to try to help make sure they don't get as much. So I've got him involved on this mathematical formula, this equation that's supposed to be in this, thanks, Sue. That was not a donkey. Did anybody else hear that? Thanks, Carla. You heard it, Kathy? Yes, Kenneth heard it. Vanessa heard it. Hey, Buckeye Girl, are you from Ohio? Hey, Herbert in Tupelo, Mississippi. Yeah, a lot of people heard that. I couldn't tell what it was either. It wasn't a donkey. We did hear a donkey earlier. We heard some cows earlier, but that was not either. Activity increases around here in springtime, and that's coming soon. Hey, Jonathan Langan, you've been binge watching for weeks? All right. Somebody's watching from Guam. I missed that. You guys comment so frequently and so fast, and after like 3 seconds, they fade out. David has some in Ohio, I bet. Where's Cleopatra? Andrew Marsh asks. She was actually up there with me. I don't know where she went. I went up there, was getting ready to start reading, and she came walking out of the woods. Sounds like it's to your left, maybe you're 4 o'clock. That would be on my right, but you're left this way. Oh, there comes Cleopatra. Watch, she's coming down the trail. See her? She heard her name. Hey, Cleopatra, come here. Come here. Come here, girl. They want to see you. Come here. They're asking where the Bigfoot Sasquatch kitty is. Come on. See her? Where is she? You see her? Is she in the screen yet? Come here. Come here. There she is. Come here. Come up here. Look. Oh, don't hit the tripod. Here's Cleopatra, the Bigfoot Sasquatch cat. Hey, Claire. They're doing great. Thanks. Nobody's sick. If you missed it earlier, Dearly just got back from D.C. Her and 3 of her friends went up there to see a Celine Dion concert last night, but they canceled the concert at the last minute because of the virus. Hello, they're from London. I just heard that thing again. But it came from a different direction this time. Mike and Maddie, has anything ever come close to the house? If we ever move, I'm going to tell you guys some stories about the house itself and stuff that's happened in the house that I'm just not going to tell while I live here. 2 o'clock shadow. Hey, Alan in Germany. Little guy asked if it was weird before we lived here. Yeah, there was a lot of stuff that went on here that we never found out about until after we had been in here for a few months. Then we found out a lot. Finding out more the longer we're here. Patricia Bowie asks if I've ever done house. I can't do those because after I went through puberty, I lost the ability to be able to have any sort of high pitch with my voice. I'm like a tenor forever and always at this point now. I can't do howls. They sound like growls or groans or like dying cockroaches. Several people have asked about trail cams. Yeah, we've used those before. We've used trail cams and we've had strange things happen. They've disappeared. The video, I think it was filmed back in November. I think the title of this video, and I'm sure all you guys have seen it, guys and girls, it's had like, I don't know, 600, 700,000 views. It's called He Discovers the Lair of Bigfoot and is told loud and clear he's not welcome. In that video, we hung a trail cam up, but then when I went back to take it down, it was gone. And a lot of folks claim to have potentially seen someone or something walking between the trees where I hung the camera. And I went back and watched that footage. You know, I don't always see everything. Guys, I know there are times that I will upload a video and publish a video and there's nothing. I mean, we may see nothing out here tonight, but I do it anyway because in more than half of the videos in which most people who see those videos agree that they did see or hear something, I didn't catch it when I saw it myself. That's why I'm always saying, get my six, watch my back. That's what that means, watch behind me. You guys see all this stuff that I usually don't. And in that video, which was recorded back in November, I believe it was, I never saw that thing walking down the hill in between the trees. And a lot of times when I'll publish a video, people will say, oh, I see something at 2:18. And then somebody will say, oh, I saw something at 6:14. But in that particular case, all these comments started coming in saying, oh my God, what walked between that tree between 1735 and 1745? 1735, 1745, 1735, like dozens. And I'm like, what's going on here? So I clicked on that timestamp. You know, it'll highlight those numbers in blue and it'll take you right to that point in the video. And when I saw that thing going between 2 trees, I got goosebumps. Depth perception, you don't always get it from the camera, but that couldn't have been 30 to 40 yards away at the most. There were still leaves on the trees. It was fall. It's when I was panning saying, isn't Virginia beautiful this time of year? And it looks like it may have been a leaf, but then I stopped panning, and after I stopped, the thing finalizes its movement by ducking behind a tree. And that is where I'd hung the trail cam. I mean, I don't know how to answer questions with short answers. I always give the long version. And that's the long version of, yes, we've tried trail cams. So we've had them disappear, potentially taken. There's been times when I've used trail cameras with brand new SD cards, the SIM cards in them that actually records the footage, that I know work because I test them. And I've hung them up, and just for some reason, When I go out to get them the next day, the SIM card doesn't work. It malfunctions. And these are name brand SIM cards. It's just like, doesn't work for some reason. So if it did pick something up, we can't retrieve it. Hey, Mike Hamilton. Yeah, Mike Hamilton's just talking about he didn't know there were 3 people buried here. How did he miss that? I've only talked about that in a few videos. Yeah, and ironically, we're talking about the coronavirus. These graves are believed to be from 3 girls that died in this house during the plague of 1918. That was the, hey, Ethan in South Carolina. Hey, Alyssa in Sydney, Australia. What was that, the Spanish influenza of 1918? That was, that virus actually did start on a Army post in Kansas. Was it Fort Polk, I think? It was a swine-type flu, came from the pork, but the American GIs that contracted that virus ended up taking it overseas because that was during World War I, and it spread across the world. And I forget the total casualties, but I think Americans, it was like, was it 500,000 Americans died? And oh, somebody just asked me my personal views on the virus. Guess what? I'm not going to give them, because the absolute worst type of information you can get is misinformation. I'm not a doctor and I'm not a scientist. Like my political views, like my religious views, I will keep my views on the virus to myself. I always wash my hands and cough into this and do all that stuff. Yeah, and I'm not trying to be a wise guy, but by that being my answer. But this isn't the place. There are more knowledgeable people than me, even here on social media, who could answer those questions and who have qualified opinions they could give. I'm like a weird guy that chases potentially Bigfoot Sasquatch around through the woods and behind his house, that's above my pay grade. And so I will follow protocol, not like a sheep, but because I've found in life a lot of times it's best and easiest to just go along to get along. And there's nothing wrong in my book with being maybe overly precautious if it keeps people safe. So something's moving behind me at the 5 and the 7. I see that. Is it right up here by where the sun's down there? Hey, Loretta Davison. Yeah, the graves are in the tree line. Actually, they're off to my right. You know what, I've been researching a lot about this area lately. Listen, we're talking about, okay, these are known graves. These 3 graves over here from these 3 girls that died in this house when it was somewhat, this house is 117 years old. It was new at the time, well, newer. But we were down on the campus of UVA, it was about a year or so ago, walking on some trails across from Scott Stadium. That's where the football stadium is. There's some dormitories over there. You go up towards a place called Observatory Hill. I read one of the historical placards there, and there on the grounds where those dormitories were, I guess, a lot of unmarked graves from enslaved people who had died. That part of the campus or the university used to be part of a huge plantation hundreds of years ago, long before it was ever university. And this is terrible. I mean, this is just such it's a scar on our nation's past. It's a scar on the past of humanity that this happened. But when these folks would die, since they were considered property, human chattel, they would just bury them, and most times not even use a head marker or a foot marker, or certainly not give them any sort of ceremony or mark their grave with anything. And so back in the 1980s, a group who were going out and about and finding these unmarked graves, hey, Crystal in Iowa, were putting up placards marking these places. So there's a park in our town, in the city. We're quite a ways out of the city, but you go into town, I read a placard where there are all kinds of unmarked enslaved people's graves as well as Indian graves. And just recently, I've been reading into just how densely populated the Monacan Indian tribe was right here, going back thousands and thousands of years. Thomas Jefferson, of course, former president, founder of the University of Virginia, I read in this lengthy article I was reading about this that he actually was given the name I think they call him the father of archaeology in the U.S. because of the fact that on his estate in Monticello, which is here in Albemarle County, Virginia, he found a burial mound of Monacans. Well, he didn't actually find them. When he was 7 years old, a traveling tribe of Monacan Indians came to his estate to visit that mound, and they grieved and they wept. And then he later extracted bones and artifacts from the mound in a scientific manner so that he could notate his findings, and that's why he was given the name the father of archaeology in America. But right here, only miles from that location, there were thousands upon thousands of Monacan Indians. A large portion of their population got knocked out in the 15th and 16th century through Spanish travelers coming here and bringing viruses long before the English even settled in Jamestown in 1607. So a century before that, the Monacan tribes' populations were being decimated by European viruses. So there's so much history, and they say that the Native Americans were living right here on this land up to 14,000 years ago. So we're talking about a few graves over here from 103 years ago. We're talking about some other deaths since then here that I won't mention until I no longer live here. We're talking about enslaved people potentially being buried in unmarked graves in close proximity to this property, if not on this property, from 200 and 300 years ago. And then, of course, you've got all the Native American history that goes back 14,000 years. So we have found Civil War grape shot in our fields when planting trees. Sorry for that diatribe. I didn't mean this to turn into a historic lecture. But I just noticed a lot of the night sounds are starting to come out. The frogs. A lot of the day sounds like the birds and the birds rustling as they're nesting in to roost for the night have now died, given way to the frogs. Thanks, Joanne. I'm glad you liked that history. At least it didn't fall on completely deaf ears. Hey, Mike. Thanks, Sue. You guys want me to see if I can pull Giggly Girl out here? Did you guys hear that? That was like a tree knock just inside the tree line right behind me. Thanks, Patricia. All right, I'm gonna go inside and see if I can get Giggly Girl to come out and say hi.
I tried to do that. Hi, everybody. I'm back.
Here she is,
Welcome to my show. Char.
the one that all the trolls feel so sorry for. You must have a miserable life being married to me, huh, honey?
Of course not.
Crazy guy walking around in the woods looking for Bigfoot, Sasquatch.
Hi. Oh, he's from Georgia. I thought her name is Georgia.
Silly.
Hello, guys. I just got back from my vacation. Char. Vacation.
Char means joke in her language.
Yeah.
Now, I told him you went up to D.C. and they canceled
you
the
did?
they canceled the
Okay.
concert.
Yeah, I know. They canceled the concert. Celine Dion canceled it like last night in like midnight. Oh no. Like around like how you say that?
Noon?
No, like but last night.
Last minute?
Yeah, in the last minute. And then my friend who booked the ticket, she checked her email the other night before the concert. No email, but when I checked Celine Dion Facebook page like around 2 hours before the concert, that's when I found out that she canceled the concert. But it's all good. We had fun. Yeah, we went to the White House Monument. That's that what you call that?
Washington Monument?
Yeah, Washington Monument.
And the mall, the Washington Mall.
Yeah, in the Washington. Yeah, we had so much fun, me and my girlfriends. And then now I'm back with my husband. Char. Back to reality. Goes to reality. Char. Joke. I just want to say hi.
So, hun, I'm sure most people watching probably saw your movie.
I'm a movie star.
Have you guys seen
Joke.
seen Bigfoot Sasquatch the movie? Miss Giggly Girl's film debut. She was wearing this coat till
Oh,
Crazy
yeah.
Lake took it off of her, huh?
Yeah.
While he
See
was
that?
role playing the part of Capri.
Go, who's go?
So how do you feel now that you've appeared in your first featured film?
I feel famous. It's about if people ask me what do, you didn't see my movie? I'm a movie star now. Joke. I'm just joking.
Hey, sit back for just a minute.
Did you see something?
Well,
movie?
they're seeing something. You guys seeing something back there swaying?
That
See it?
looks creepy in the background, no?
Yes, saw it. Tell me where it is. While you guys are talking to Giggly Girl, I'll go back there and see if I can walk up to it.
Because honey, they miss me.
She's not scared either. Somebody says Kenneth says make a part 2. Well, you know, the sequel.
No budget yet.
Well, C budget. Yeah, we got enough budget to make like the first 12 minutes.
No, we don't have budget to
Well, no,
to go
'cause-
to in the North Pole. There's a lot of money
That
to
was
go there.
Nepal. So we're gonna go to
Oh,
the North Pole in
Nepal.
the next one.
Yeah.
Well,
we
we're
should
not
do
allowed
it.
to travel anywhere either because this virus now.
Yeah,
so,
I know.
Uh,
I hope you guys are safe.
It's 50 feet up in a tree. How am I supposed to get up 50 feet in a tree? They're seeing something 50 foot up in a tree. Where is it? Tell me. Do it. Okay. Should I move my finger left or right? It's in the dip at the tree
Move
line.
up, honey.
Like here's the dip. Close to the leaning,
leaning
tree.
tree.
Right there. You already were famous, sweetheart. Oh, you were already famous. 2 o'clock, bottom of 2 trees. Over here?
Oh, by the way, guys, I cut my
Yes.
hair. But
Your
to those,
There.
to those are friends who follow us. See that? I cut my hair.
She got a haircut.
Yep. Oh no, I didn't.
Is
cut
that
my
it
hair.
right
I
there?
Got a haircut.
Straight up? Is it? Oh, that?
I have a short hair now.
Is that thing moving? I don't know if I want to walk up there if that's moving.
Honey, they want you to go there. Like, get closer.
Do you want me to go there?
No. Stay here. It's getting dark.
Oh, it's up there. Wow, that's where they have that. Looks like a trail. Remember that trail just appeared from out of nowhere about a year ago that you could
Yeah.
almost drive a
Yeah.
truck through? It's like you could drive a truck through it. All of a sudden, just one day we go up there and it looks like there's a trail wide enough for a truck through there, right where that thing's up in the tree.
Hi, Sue Gray.
Hey, Susan, Nashville, down Tennessee. Hope you guys aren't in danger of the tornadoes down there.
Did they have a tornado?
They had one
there?
last week, and I think they were calling for potentially more. I don't know.
Potentially more.
There? What's that mean, stop? What do you mean, Joy? Right there. Okay, did you ever find that hallway of trees again? No, just that night when I got lost on my own property. You remember that video? I was up there doing a night hunt. You know, which we're going to start doing here now that it's getting warmer. Yeah,
Hi,
William.
Carla.
Just like from the beginning, to go out here on these night hunts. Robert's in Cookville, Tennessee. Cookville.
Cookville's?
You know, Robert, some would say I belong in Cookville.
Why, honey?
It's a we've got cultural difference there. Honey, kook means crazy. So Cookville.
Oh, I thought it's a really town.
Well, it is. Obviously, there's a Cookville in Tennessee.
Oh, okay.
All right. Wow, that thing did move up there, didn't it?
Hi, Romona.
I'm going to get a closer look. I'm not
Aaron,
going on that.
Ruth. Hi, from Northern Ireland. Wow. Hi, Ruth. Han, somebody's asking if you have spare bananas. Andrew, if you have spare bananas.
I don't know. My bananas just have a tendency to disappear around here somehow.
We watch all the... Ah, it's so fast. Hi, James from Detroit. Robert. Comfy Cozy. Hi, from West Virginia. Claire. Be careful.
Okay.
He, she, it, he, it, or they are somewhere there.
I know.
Potentially. He's gonna go Bigfoot Sasquatch hunting. I hope you guys are safe. Be careful because of this coronavirus. That's Bigfoot. I missed it. Oh gosh, it's so fast. Stamford, Virginia, Scotland. Hi, Suzanne. What the heck is that? Did you hear that? Jonathan, no toilet. Oh, I'm not worried, Jonathan. If I don't have toilet paper, we have a lot of water. In the Philippines. Oh, before I met Kevin, I don't use toilet paper. I use water. And then when I met Kevin, I'm like, wow, he's using paper towel. I really like. I told him to use water, but he said it's culture difference. So I'm not worried if I don't have toilet paper. I grow up using water anyway with the scoop, water scoop, yeah. I saw you. Oh, that's a tree knock. Yeah. Oh, I forgot. That is it.
What? That sound?
Mm-hmm.
That's why I didn't go up
Oh,
there.
Daniel is inside the house reading.
Yeah, he's doing good.
Yep, he's doing good.
Growing like a weed.
Yeah, I know. He grows up so fast. He's so cool.
Diet Coke out for the sheet. They would hear them bringing like a...
Oh, it's so
What?
fast, isn't it?
Yeah, they come in so fast, can't read them all. Hi, please say hi to us. Hi, Pamster, Sandy, and Pam. I missed it about the toilet paper. I think they were running out of toilet paper in Australia or something is what they were talking about.
Oh, somebody asked me out there if I'm worried if I don't have toilet paper. I said I'm not worried
If
because
you don't have to what?
toilet paper.
Oh.
Because I grew up with water. As long as I have water, I'm
Oh,
good.
yeah, in the East, guys, throughout Asia, they don't use that anyway.
Yeah.
It's not just the Middle East, it's all of Asia. That's
Mhm.
one of the things. I lived over there, well, it was in the Middle East for
Thanks,
a while.
Maria.
We used it in the Middle East because we were on the army post, of course. But then when I went to the Philippines, I was like, what? They do what?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's get used to different ways of living. It's so anyway, we don't want to talk about the details of that here on
Yeah, I
you know how
know.
YouTube is.
Yeah, I know.
Southwest
I mean,
Florida, man, somebody funny till you have to. You know, when it's somebody just said it's funny till you have to go, it's not so funny when you're out in public, like if you're in a mall or somewhere like
oh,
that. That's
that's
where it gets
true.
difficult.
That's true.
Yeah, if you're gonna go out and you plan on being out for a while, you better take some with you in your pocket or something. 'Cause
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I didn't think that. And the background, but it's so beautiful, no? Like dark blue and
Can you
then
scoot
light.
back just a little bit so you don't block it all?
Okay.
So this is-
Behind you, the right.
Cause
What's
see
that?
this, like just right at dark is when they get.
Leash.
Huh?
Asking behind you, right?
They get brazen.
Yeah, this one it looks like
Yeah, this is the time they start creeping out.
like this one, no?
You know, we were out here doing this about 2 or 3 months ago, and I could get a connection. I was out here into this field until after dark twice, and we heard stuff walking around me in circles. Walmart in Ohio is out of TP as well. Wow. You know, here in Virginia, we don't get a lot of snow. As a matter of fact, where we live, it's only snowed once this year,
Yeah.
which I like. But like when it's going to snow, all the stores run out of toilet paper, milk, bread, and beer. It's running to your right. So is it running now?
What are the things escapes, Liz Nicholas? What's that mean?
What's that mean?
What are the things?
Virginia's under a state of
escapes.
emergency? For what? See, I don't watch the news, so I mean,
Yeah, we don't have TV.
we don't have TV, we don't have cable. So funny that people are hoarding toilet paper. That's something, isn't it?
That's the.
You know, when this house was new in 1903, they used corn cobs, old dried out corn cobs. People would eat the ear of corn, they'd throw the cobs and let the cobs dry out, and that's what they'd use after they went. I don't know how many of y'all
Ethan
knew that.
Hodges, he said it was moving really fast. What is B here? V, no alerts
VB
on my
here,
phone.
no, it's
What's I don't. God, it's getting dark. I barely see myself.
red and black and yellow.
God,
State of emergency
really?
due to the virus. Huh, in Virginia?
Oh, I didn't know that.
Something back here is hopping around taking big steps.
Actually, in Virginia, outside of DC, things are shutting down.
Left and right, yeah.
But Daniel, they still have school tomorrow, no, right?
Yeah, wala historia lalaki gamay eskwela.
Okay.
You guys don't know what I just said. I spoke to her in her native
Virginia and
tongue.
Tennessee declare state of emergency due to.
Yeah, wala historia kasabog ka?
Oo, kasabot ka ay.
Somebody trying to call us.
Oh
trying
my
to-
God. It's getting
No, here, I
dark.
got it. Just sit back. I got it.
Somebody tried to.
He's probably going to call again, though. Oh, well, we'll just... Okay, hon, let's be real quiet and don't talk for a minute and see if we can hear this thing
Okay.
jumping around in the weeds.
That looks creepy, you know that?
I hear tree knocks. I heard a growl. We would build a fire, but we got to get in here before too long. I'll tell you what, how about this weekend? We're going to have nice weather. Come out here and do a live stream right here and build a fire.
Oh, that's true. In the campground?
Well, or
Oh,
here. I
if
don't know
the
if we can get it.
signal, no. That's true.
Sometimes I can get a signal up there, sometimes I can't. It's moving
On
around
your
behind
left
you on your
side.
left side.
God, that's creepy, no?
Oh, shh. Here, tree knocks.
Oh my God.
You heard that, huh?
Oh my gosh.
Like 3 of them. 1, 2, 3.
Honey, I heard it. Oh my gosh. Guys, did you hear those? Oh my gosh. I think I'm gonna go inside.
They're coming out.
I know. I think I'm gonna go inside.
You gonna go inside? Okay.
I hear the tree now. Oh God. Okay, guys, I'm gonna go inside. Okay, nice to see you. You take care. Okay, bye bye. Till next
They
time.
don't want you to go.
Guys, I have to go.
I think she's scared.
Yeah. Okay, bye bye. Bye bye.
Bye-bye. Wow, she's running in the house. Don't eat all my bananas. All right, she's gone. I'll stay out here and do this for a few more minutes. Thanks, Ohio Bigfoot and Things. Appreciate that. Hey, I'm going to give a shout out to Ohio Bigfoot and Things. I like it when other people, even if they have other channels who are into similar content, come here and say something nice instead of, you're not allowed to have the Bigfoot Sasquatch in your backyard because I'm the only one allowed to have the Bigfoot Sasquatch in my backyard. You suck. Hey, many of us, all of us are allowed to have a Bigfoot Sasquatch in our backyards. Not all of us do. Potentially, many of us do. But more than one person is allowed to. And no, Robert, I'm not afraid of those big things. Wow, I just saw a flash out of the right corner of my right eye. Billy Graham said, just be nice, I agree. Saw a t-shirt last year, might have been at a football game. It said, my mom told me I could be anything I wanted to be when I grew up, so I chose to be nice. Thanks, Pamster. Movement behind me in the tree line, says Andrew Marsh. Let's keep our eyes open for it. I just saw movement inside the tree line. I don't think you guys can see it. Yes, Susan, very good. Thank you. Appreciate that. Hope your family's good too, Susan. That's right, Kenneth. That's what I think. Kenneth says those people hate on me because I actually have Bigfoot Sasquatch and they don't. That, and because I was in a movie and they weren't. I'm like a movie star and they're hating. I was in Bigfoot Sasquatch the movie. They didn't even get a cameo. Wow, did you hear that tree knock? Did anybody hear that? That was really close. Thank you, Robert and Rose, for saying that that was a great movie. Alea heard the tree knock. Yep, Robert heard the tree knock. Riley asking, oh my God, sounded like there was something in the tree right above me. That was a donkey, Ethan. However, here's what it does, or her, or it, or them. They'll often respond to the donkeys or the cows. You've got to listen closely. I know a lot of people comment in the videos, they say, that was a cow, or that was a donkey. It's what comes either before, after, or between the donkeys and the cows. And when it happens, the cows especially will shut up. A lot of times the cows will just bellow and bellow and bellow. And then you'll hear something that is not a cow just scream. And then the cows just shut up. Doesn't matter how hungry they are, they just shut up. Thank you, Kenneth, for saying my movie was better. I didn't see what he compared it to because the comment disappeared so quickly, but I'm sure he said something along the lines of any movie ever made in Hollywood ever. I'm sure that's what he probably said. Susan Stanley, where do I see the Bigfoot movie? It's here on YouTube. It's on our channel. The title is New Release, Bigfoot Sasquatch the Movie, Official. Yeah, Valerie, you know that's what he said, huh? Wow, look at that creepy figure right there. All right, guys, so I think I'm gonna go inside. I'm starting to get chilled. I'm still nursing this cold. Oh gosh, yeah, we see orbs all the time here. Jimmy, DeBoer. Yeah, I got off on a tangent about history, but ever since I fell in that cave there a couple weeks ago up on that haunted hollow, I've been sick. It's like something doesn't want me going back there. But I want to go back there to discuss this mathematical equation I'm working on in this ancient text that could be up to 1,000 years old. Thanks, Ohio Bigfoot and Things. You and your family have a blessed evening too. Thanks, David, for the get well soon. Liz Nicholas says, wear a mask. All right. Well, I'm really going to go now. So I want to thank all of you who've been here to spend some time with us live. Glad you got to see Giggly Girl. Be careful. Somebody asked me earlier my take on the virus. Again, I'm not qualified to give advice, so I won't. Just be as safe as possible, be as clean as possible. I hope everybody stocks up on toilet paper, I guess, according to what everybody's saying here, running out of toilet paper everywhere. So be safe out there, be careful. I hope nobody gets sick. If you do get sick, I hope that you recover from it. Hey, Catitude. Sue Warren's night night over there in the UK. Bye-bye, everybody. I don't know what all that means. Yep, wash your hands and don't panic. That's good advice. See you, Ethan Hodge.